Hey everybody, I want to show you how to make the Google form for your I Wonder Why Math Inquiry project for data management. You might want to open up two browsers, one for the blog and one for your Google Drive. Now on the blog, if you click on the math in the current projects area, I Wonder Why project area, if you click on that, you'll see the project and you'll see instructions on how to give your form to me. This is how you do it. Once you get the link for the form, your Google form is due on Monday, June 9. Submit the link to your form here. So if your partners, if you have partners, then you're going to put your partners' names. And then you're going to paste the link to the form here, and I'll show you that in a second how that works. So when I'm in Google Drive, I'm going to use one of the folders as an example. You recall that I made folders for all of you for your projects. So, sorry, in math. So you will find this folder in your shared area. For example, there's a Nicholas one, there's a Nathan one, an Alec one, and so on. So I'm just going to use Alex just as an example here. Once I click the folder, that means I'm in the folder, and every work I do in there now goes in the folder. I'm going to click Create Form, because that's how you make the survey. I'm going to call this Test Form. I can choose a cool template. Okay, there's a lot of interesting ones. It's one of my favorites. All right, now this is where your form begins to take construction. All right, it's really fun to make actually. So I hope you really have some fun doing it. Once you have a question, you have all these options. You can have a text question, which means that the person responds in a text box. You can have a paragraph text, which means if you want them to write something way longer, but most of you probably won't. All right, there's so many different options here. My guess is that most of you are doing choose from a list or checkbox. All right? Checkbox means that people could check more than one thing. So, for instance, if you were asking a question, check all of your favorite colors that you see in this list. Then you might want to use a checkbox. But sometimes you want people to commit to only one answer. You don't want them to choose two. Then you will want to use choose from a list. All right, so let's use that one for now. Remember that these questions should all be anonymous. They should be strictly anonymous, okay? Please don't ask for people's names. So here's how it works. You're going to say, to name the question. For example, it might be something like, what is your grade average at school? And then if you're giving an option, you might say 4, 3, 2, and 1. Level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1. And this is another important thing. Most of you will probably have to click this. Unless you're asking questions that are optional, if you want people to answer every question, make sure you click this box, because it means that if someone accidentally doesn't answer the question, when they click submit, it will say, hey, you haven't answered this question. All right? So there's one question done. If I'm asking a question that almost looks exactly the same, but the wording is different, you can even duplicate it by clicking this button. You can click duplicate, and then you can say, how much sleep do you get a night? Less than 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 or more. Let's say that was one of your questions. You notice I did that just by duplicating. It says required question still. And while you're doing it, you can actually look at your live form. This is the form that your respondents are going to fill out. And it looks like that. You can even test it out yourself. You just do it as a test. And this is the link that I need from you. Because that's the website of your form. That link right there. Of your real form. Not of this. This is not helpful to me. This link is not helpful. This is the link that I need. And I copy that. I copy that link. And then I can paste it in to here. And the great thing about it is that once you give that form link to me, even if you make changes later, the link stays the same. You don't have to resubmit it. All right? So right now, if I go into my thing here and I add, oh no, I didn't mean to ask that, or I want to change the wording. How much sleep do you get in a week? You can still change the form and the link is fine. All right? You can do little things on this, like you can write a special message that people will read once they click submit. This is important too. Okay, look at this. Show link to submit another response. If you want a link to be there so that they can click it and then do it again, you can click check it on or off. Most of you will probably not want to do this. Publish and show results right away. That's usually something you do if you're like doing voting, so that the person votes and they can see right away who voted for what. Okay, most of you probably won't want to click these things. Okay. Now, viewing responses will take you to where the information goes, which is a spreadsheet. Right? So I'm going to test this out right now. I'm going to fill in this form. Submit. And already you'll notice that the information's already there. Okay, it tells me what time the person did the survey. All right, and on what date. All your information will go here. The other thing you can change is you can change the order of your questions anytime just by dragging. All right, so that's how you make your form, and that's how you send it to me. Don't forget, you need to send it to me by going here, list whose survey this is, and your live form. All right, so that's how it works. And I am expecting you to submit your form by our next math class, which is on Tuesday, so that on that Tuesday, everybody can fill in your form and answer the questions honestly. Okay, good luck with that, everybody.